And now, Better Insurance Options presents Senior Security. What happened in the past might be good or it might be bad, but it can't be changed. So let's handle it like this. You just arrived in this body at this moment, look around, assess the situation, forget about blame or the reasons why, just make a plan. For Better Insurance Options, here is Frank Sutter. I would like to make Medigap less confusing for those people who have never looked at it before. I'm going to go over the basics of how Medigap works and the various plans that are available to you. So first, let's understand the idea behind Medigap and how it works. Medigap is sort of a slang term for a family of Medicare plans, which are called supplemental Medicare coverage. Since these plans supplement Medicare, we have to start with understanding Medicare. In the insurance industry, we would refer to Medicare as a 80-20 plan. Like almost all insurance plans, Medicare does not cover everything, but it is extremely comprehensive. But just like most insurance plans, it does not cover 100% of your bill. In most cases, if your issue is covered by Medicare, Medicare will pick up 80% of the bill, and your share will be 20%. Now, that's not always true, but it is a great rule of thumb. You should know that under the Affordable Care Act, which we commonly refer to as Obamacare, an 80-20 plan will be considered a gold level plan. Most of the Affordable Care Act plans are not as comprehensive as Medicare, so Medicare is really a very high quality insurance plan. So let's get a little more specific. If your medical bill is $500 and Medicare covers it, your share will be $100. Easy and not so awful. But we know that a $500 medical bill is fairly low. If you had to go to the emergency room with all of the associated consultation fees, defensive testing, and administrative costs, you may go home with a bill that size after getting 2 aspirins and a Band-Aid. All right, that might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but it really isn't a big stretch. The point is that medical costs are through the roof. So let's consider some more realistic medical bills. If your bill is $5,000, your 20% share would be $5,000 times 0.2, or $1,000. If your medical bill is $10,000, your 20% share is $10,000 times 0.2, or $2,000. If your medical bill is $50,000, your 20% share would be $50,000 times 0.2, or $10,000. It's easy to see that in most cases your 20% share would not be such a big deal, but in some cases it could be. So that's the purpose of Medigap insurance. That 20% share that comes your way is considered a gap, and Medigap is designed to cover that. Very basically, if Medicare covers it, Medigap will cover what Medicare does not pay. That's a basic rule of thumb. Again, it's not 100% true, but it's a good guideline to go by, which is why I'm so enthusiastic about Medigap insurance. Medigap takes you from gold level coverage, which is an 80-20 plan, all the way up to chairman of the board coverage, where you are left with little or no medical expenses at all. I will have more in just a moment. If you are considering a Medicare supplement plan, you're making a great choice. You probably already know that they're designed to pick up what Medicare doesn't pay. There's one more very important puzzle piece that you must put in place. It's called guaranteed issue. There are certain time periods during which you cannot be turned down for any reason, and these time frames are short and very specific. I have this information on my website in a very easy to understand video. Visit frankliebetterme.com to find out more. Medigap is not really medical insurance as we normally understand it. It would be more accurately defined as financial insurance, and here's why. The actual medical issue is not relevant. It could be a minor issue such as a flu shot or a jammed finger, or it could be a very serious problem such as a major surgery. Medigap does not take the medical issue into account. The only factor Medigap checks is if Medicare covered it. If Medicare covers it, your Medigap insurance will pick up whatever Medicare did not pay. And that equals peace of mind. We do not frequently put a price tag on peace of mind because it is so difficult to really estimate, but let me take a swing at it. Consider this. If there were an auction on eBay for actual, genuine peace of mind with only one item left, how much do you think it would go for? Food for thought. There are many people who wrestle with the decision to go with an Advantage plan or a Medigap plan. Advantage is great, Medigap is great. In my own personal experience as an insurance advisor, it seems to me that people who have Medicare supplement insurance seem much happier than people who enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan. Now, I'm not going to say anything bad about Advantage plans. They are good coverage. And the premiums with Medigap are almost always higher. But what I will say is that there is a sense among supplemental plan owners that they have peace of mind about their medical bills. Even if the medical bills get larger as these individuals get older, and this is almost always true, it will not be a big deal. Each Medigap plan type is different from every other Medigap plan type. What I mean is that a Plan A is different from a Plan F, which is different from a Plan G, which is different from a Plan N. Only Plan F covers everything a Medigap plan is allowed to cover, while other plans such as Plan A leave out specific coverages in return for a lower premium. You will find this information laid out in detail in the book Choosing a Medigap Policy. This book is solid gold and it is packed with important information. This book is available on the Medicare.gov website, and if you sign up for more information on my website, franklybetterme.com/senior security, I will include this booklet as one of the 5 best references for Medicare supplement insurance. Because Plan F covers everything that a Medigap plan is allowed to cover, it offers the type of coverage that I referred to earlier, the chairman of the board coverage. If you have Plan F, you will rarely have any out-of-pocket expenses for your medical coverage. There will be expenses and prescription drug coverage because Medigap is not allowed to cover prescription drugs. You will also have expenses for things like eyeglasses, hearing aids, and whatever else Medicare doesn't cover. Remember, Medigap can only cover what Medicare covers because Medigap is effectively financial insurance designed to cover your financial responsibility under Medicare. But overall, this is the best Medigap plan available. So then it should come as no surprise that because Plan F is the most comprehensive plan, it is also the most expensive. Because of the high premium, many people make the decision to shoulder some of the medical expenses themselves in return for a lower premium. For example, many people find the Medigap Plan G plan to be very attractive for this reason. The only thing Plan G doesn't cover is the Part B deductible. When you calculate the annual premium of a Plan F, which simply means multiplying the monthly premium by 12, and you also calculate the annual premium of a Plan G, which means multiplying its premium times 12, the difference in total premium for the year frequently far exceeds the Part B deductible, meaning specifically that you will save enough in premium over the course of the year to easily pay for that Part B deductible if you take a Plan G. This is just one example, and there are many more to look at. Plan N is attractive to many people. Plans K and L also have an attraction for some people. And Plan F, high deductible, has its own attractive points. I cannot discuss all of the fine points here, but I'd be glad to talk about them with you if you simply make an appointment for a free in-home consultation. You can find that on my website, franklybetterme.com/senior security. I mentioned that Medigap cannot cover prescription drugs, and let me expand on that for a bit. There's a very important fact you need to know at this point, and that is that most Medicare Advantage plans, not all, and it's important to check, but most Medicare Advantage plans include prescription drug coverage. Many people regard this as a major difference between Medigap and Medicare Advantage, and I must admit, it is a very desirable benefit. I would like to point out, however, that the prescription drug plans available in Medicare Advantage plans are generally one-size-fits-all, and the reason is they can't offer a choice. This is a very important consideration for this reason. When you first enter Medicare, it's quite likely that your prescription drug requirements will be minimal. You will have very few, very common medications, but you may not even have that. Fortunately or unfortunately, however you look at it, that situation will continue past the point of your Medigap guaranteed issue periods. But at some point down the road, your prescription drug requirement is likely to be larger. At that point, when health problems begin to take effect, it will be too late to get a Medigap plan, and you may just be stuck with what Advantage will give you. There are solutions to this situation. You can get an Advantage plan that has no prescription drug coverage and then pick up an appropriate prescription drug plan for yourself as a standalone Part D plan. So if this happens to you, the world has not ended, but there is an issue. See, at that point, you will have lost the bundling advantage of an Advantage plan. Your drug plan and your health plan no longer come as a package. You have to shop for them separately. Also, making the assumption that your need for increased drug coverage is the result of an increased health problem, you are less likely to be able to get a supplement plan. It is definitely a situation you have to bear in mind when making the choice between a Medigap and Medicare Advantage plan. So as you can see, there are many things to think about when making this choice. I mentioned earlier, and I will say this again, I think Medigap plans are the best choice for most people. However, they are not the best choice for everyone, and there are very specific reasons why an Advantage plan might just be the better choice for you. One size does not fit all when it comes to health, and your own particulars are what's really important. So I'm asking you to please visit my website at franklybetterme.com/senior security, and we'll go over all of your options and try to find the best one available for you. I'm Frank, and thank you for listening. You've been listening to Senior Security, a production of Better Insurance Options. Better Insurance Options is a subsidiary of Frankly Better Marketing Enterprises, Incorporated. You can email any questions or comments to franklybetterme@gmail.com. And thank you for listening.